welcome to PowerShot, a short video series where we'll be sharing our excitement and passion for Power Platform, what business challenges it solves, what are its advantages, all through live showcases. And lastly, and most importantly, take questions from the community. Please, no licensing questions.
Actually, I was expecting you to inquire about my outfit today, but I will go ahead and share the reason behind it. I'm an experienced IT professional with a decade of expertise in the industry. In 2018, I discovered the Power Platform. It was a love at first sight, definitely, but because it's the ability to empower businesses and individuals to create transformative solutions without no major efforts, right? So since then, I've been fully dedicated to exploring and harnessing the Power Platform's power. I'm excited to share my knowledge, insights, and experience with all of you.
And for those who don't know, Idlir is the one who hooked me into Power Platform as well. So when you started in 2018, you showcased it to me long before Power Platform was even known to many of us, right?
Yes, it was the beginning, and it was very exciting to jump in. I'm pretty happy that I shared it with you, and you loved it.
And here we are today.
Yeah, exactly. So, something about you?
Yeah. So I'm the business lead for Power Platform at Microsoft Germany. True story, I didn't think of joining Microsoft until Power Platform happened. I'm a business user who loves to drive digital transformation, but having the right tool set was so important. And when I came across Power Platform, it just gave me the avenue to drive things and innovation.
Exactly. So, what is Power Platform? Let's start from this.
Power Platform is the most integrated set of tools that your business needs for digital transformation. Starting with PowerApps, where you can be building applications and leveraging that data for insights, to automating certain of those tasks which are redundant and monotonous, to even creating chatbots that can help answer the common questions either within the organization or outside your organization. Then you have Power Pages, which helps you build secure data-centric websites, which are enterprise ready. And lastly, Power BI, which helps you analyze and visualize this data. Of course, Power BI is getting a new name that you may all know, but that's for another day. Keep in mind, Power Platform addresses the three main gaps. The first is time to market. The second is total cost of ownership. And the third is the proximity to the user. And later, Idli will be showing us how all these three areas can be addressed with Power Platform. And what help can someone who's watching this get out of it?
Frequently, we encounter requests to provide examples of how the Power Platform can benefit organizations, right? So whether it's showcasing various use cases, addressing governance challenges, or promoting adoption, our goal is to use this format to share real-world examples. Additionally, we aim to bring in guest speakers who have achieved success in implementing the Power Platform strategy within their organizations.
Did I just hear guests?
Yes, why not? We're going to have also guests. So
cool, I'm looking forward.
By doing so, we can inspire and educate others on the potential and value of adopting Power Platform within their organizational context.
That makes total sense, right? Because there's only so many use cases that you and me have solved together, but there's so much more out there that we would love to learn from others. So we've already spent 5 minutes talking and introducing ourselves at this channel. What are we going to showcase in the next 5 minutes, man? Are we going to showcase an app?
AI. Generative AI.
Okay, I think you heard
Yes.
it. How about you showcase some Copilot or AI features built into Power Platform?
Yeah, sure. So this is the new homepage of PowerApps where you have the ability now to describe your application and it will be actually created from AI. So
wait,
in this context,
you can describe and AI will build the app for you?
Exactly, you heard it properly. You can describe the application and it will be created for you. We can give it a try. So
okay,
you have
let's
a
give it
use
a try.
case.
One of my challenges is that I've been traveling a bit lately, and I find it hard to track my expenses can you help me build a travel expense management app?
Sure, Mahesh. Actually, the way you describe it to me, you can actually describe it to the Copilot. This is the way it
Okay.
works. Build a travel expenses application for my enterprise, right?
Mhm.
That was it.
Okay.
Now, what we will be created is the data model, right? So before we jump into the app, we have to create a data model, right? You still have the possibility here to ask the Copilot to change the data, right?
Mhm.
So let's say if you want to test this app, the number of rows is just too small for you and you want to go test it with more data, then you can ask actually here on the right side, Copilot, add 20 more rows or 50 or whatever. It was a matter of seconds and you now have already the rows, right?
Perfect.
Great.
Now can we build the app and can I see it?
Yeah, definitely. I see your excitement here. It's time to create the app. You click on it and guess what? Thanks to AI, the app will be created. I've been working with PowerPlatform for the last 5 years, and this definitely is the most easy way to actually build applications. We have a fully functional app, which you can start testing it, but definitely you can also adapt it to your need, start changing design, features, adding more controls to it, and so on.
Okay, so let me put this in context. I gave you the question to build me an app, and all you did was describe that in the Copilot bar on the top in the home screen. Then you define the data model, and we have a working app ready in less than a minute from the time I describe my requirements.
Exactly. I just showed you how easy it is to build one. But this is not all, right? So there's
Okay,
still
wait. Are you going to show me more tricks? Because I'm still finding it hard to digest of how fast you've been able to build an application. My mind is blown.
I totally understand.
We have built the app, and now if, as an organization, I want to be able to understand the data behind this app and leverage the insights, I'll have to go to Power BI and build a dashboard, right?
Power BI is definitely one way to actually visualize the data, but you have still the opportunity or the possibility inside the app to add Copilot. So we are not done with Copilot. I'm going to add here a new screen. And within this screen, in the input, you should have a Copilot module here.
I see that.
If you don't see that, you should go in the settings, upcoming features, in the preview tab, and you should be able to see down here Copilot component
It's enabled.
to be, which is enabled. You
Okay.
might have it off. If you don't see it here, turn it on, and the Copilot component will show there. So what we can do here, you just click on it. That will be added to this screen. You tell to which data it should connect. In this case, the travel expenses table we created before.
Right.
And that's it. And then we can start asking Copilot about our data. So for example, let me write a question here. What is the most expensive trip? Right?
Mhm.
You send it to it. Copilot will find it. It actually found out that Bob has been to Chicago and the cost was $2,500.
Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Bob and ask why he spent so much money. This is brilliantly clear.
This is not the point, but as you can see how easy it is to get the data from a table. Table can be, we have just 25 rows, but can be thousands of rows, 100,000 of rows, and you just can ask and get back actually the answer.
I'm just amazed on how all the things that you showcased today of building an app within less than a minute, then defining the data model, and then now being able to ask questions and basically leveraging the data for insights, right? Instead of going through a dashboard. And
Exactly.
it goes back to the point I was talking about earlier with Power Platform and the three gaps it addresses, right? First is the time to market. Here we have been able to build an app and not a dashboard, but basically leveraging the data for insights in under a minute. Never before has this been possible to build any enterprise grade applications, let alone smaller ones. The second
Yep.
is the total cost of ownership. Now, I would have imagined that to build an application prior to what you showed today, Adriel, through the Copilot, will probably cost me a lot of money. Here,
Definitely.
as a business user, I'm guessing I can build this just by describing these prompts.
Yeah.
And the last one, which I was trying to explain earlier, is the proximity to the user. It's so many times it happens that someone would share the requirement, and by the time the application is built, it's slightly or completely different to the requirements that have been given. Here, as a user, I've built the tool or the application, which makes it easier to adopt, embrace, and start using these digital tools to drive the digital transformation that your organization is looking for. Thanks for showcasing the apps side of things today, Adriel. I'm actually excited. What are you going to showcase next?
Well, Copilot is everywhere, so we're not going away from it. So we're going to check out how we can use Copilot in Power Automate. So how Copilot can help us build different automations.
I'm equally looking forward. Thanks so much, Adriel.
Very welcome.
And if you're wanting to learn more about Power Platform and what are the possibilities with it, stay tuned. Adriel and I will definitely come back with more use cases and more cool things to showcase. Stay tuned.
Take care.